right. Well, since we were being chick centric in the last segment,
yes,
I'm sure you may or may not have heard this or not. Are you aware of these quote unquote these ex playmates who were? Remember when Hugh Hefner was what do you want to call esquiring or squiring around 2 or 3 women? He referred to them as his wives or whatever the case may be. Remember,
yeah.
he had like 2 of them. You know, he would always just like go around and he'd have 2 of them.
Well, he had 3. He had Kendra Wilkinson.
You know, see, you would know this.
And who was the other 2?
Holly Madison.
Holly Madison. Hugh Hefner. Chicks.
Bridget Marquardt.
I don't remember the third one. The Girls Next Door. That should tell me who it is. It's Bridget. I think you're right on that. Yeah, Bridget Marquardt, Holly Madison, and Kendra.
Right. And, you know, obviously Hugh Hefner, being who he was, changed the whole world as far as attitudes toward naked chicks.
Sure.
Consuming naked chicks in magazines.
Mm-hmm.
And prior to Hugh Hefner, if there was any stag film type stuff, it was all underground.
Sure.
And it was, I guess you'd have to buy it from like France or something.
Yeah.
But
meanwhile, it's all out there now.
but you know, we're talking, 70 years now.
Sure.
So at the time, what he was doing was groundbreaking. I mean, he's the guy who led the American public to accept nudity, I guess.
Hero. That's what I call him, a hero.
Yeah, but obviously others followed in his footsteps, be it Larry Flint,
Guccione.
With their respective publications.
Sure.
But Hugh Hefner was the guy who, broke down the door, per se.
He did. Mm-hmm.
And, people expected Hugh to, I don't know, be on the cutting edge from there on out.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So up until his death, and I think he passed away in 2017, he stunned and shocked the world by having his 3 women.
Yeah, that was so stunning.
Which, he claimed at his advanced age that he was banging all of them, which
good for him.
He may have been. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
been.
They were all stunning blondes, living the life as Playboy models, bunnies, whatever you want to call them.
Well, I don't know about 2 of them, but I know that Kendra Wilkinson, she can fuck. There's definitely a sex tape of her out there, like before she was famous. That girl knows how to work those hips on a dick. Jesus.
All right.
She's a goer.
Well, here we are, 5 years removed since Hugh Hefner passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Now these chicks are dishing the dirt.
Oh yeah.
As to the hell that they were gone through to be Hugh Hefner's chick.
Mm-hmm.
But,
sure.
But not one of them would have given up that position at the time.
No, of course not. None of them did. If it was so bad, they just hung in anyway.
Yeah. Well, this kind of goes back to what we were talking about last week with Ron Jeremy being on trial and, potentially being sentenced to the rest of his life in jail due to quote unquote sexual harassment. The guy's a porn star.
Yeah.
And some of these allegations are popping up after 30 years.
Sure.
Well, here are these 3 whores who enjoyed the life at the Playboy Mansion. Now they're complaining bitterly about their role.
Oh, I feel bad for these 3 millionaires.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. No one likes chores, but this one is especially dirty.
Okay.
Loving you's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it.
That's right.
Former Playboy Bunny and Girls Next Door star Holly Madison, 42. 42?
But
Chris, anything?
too old for you.
All right.
She's not too old for me.
All right. Revealed that most of the gals in the mansion felt that having sex with Hugh Hefner was a chore. And they
probably was.
but they enjoyed the whole thing. It's just like, well, this is the price you pay for being involved here.
Yeah. That was the price. Exactly.
Yeah, you're paying your way. So, my job, even though I enjoy my job, it is a chore. I got to get up at 6 a.m. I have to leave the house by 7. I have to drive 45-50 minutes in each way. I do my thing for 8.5 hours and drive another 45-50 minutes home. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a chore. But it's the reward at the end of the week when I cash that big paycheck.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Holly Madison, 42, revealed that most of the gals in the mansion felt that having sex with Hugh Hefner was a chore, and they tried to check off as quickly as possible.
Mm.
See, I'm looking at these chicks. I don't find any one of them attractive.
I'm all about Kendra Wilkinson.
Which one is she?
On the left.
The far left?
The one in the pink, yeah. With the pony, with the pigtails.
Really?
Love her.
What? Well, aside from her activity on film, I mean, do you find her particularly attractive?
Yep. Pretty face, nice tits.
You think she's got a pretty face?
I do. Maybe not in this picture. It's not the best picture of her, but she's got kind of a Jennifer Love Hewitt thing. If she was blonde. I absolutely. Come on.
She's got an Alice the Goon nose.
Stop it. Just stop it. Now you're just reaching to be hurtful. I think she's hot. I like her.
I don't find any one of these girls. The girl on the far right, she looks like a girl that would be on Hee Haw.
Yeah, I was gonna say she looks like one of the Mandrell sisters.
Yeah, she looks like she could be on Hee Haw. The girl in the middle,
that's Holly.
Yeah, I can't even tell you what I don't find any of those. I don't find any one of them attractive.
Well, that's because you're jaded as fuck.
Am I jaded?
Yes. If you don't find these nothing hot about these three, yes, you are jaded.
Your favorite, man. She's. Ooh.
I like her.
Wow. Okay.
I'm trying to find a better picture of her. There's like a million pictures. There's plenty to choose from, but they're all like kind of posed up.
Yeah.
Which I don't really like.
Okay.
Copy.
No, they got great racks. All three of them got great racks.
Well, I'm sure that was a requirement.
But their face, oof. Yikes.
No, I'm all about Kendra. That is for sure.
Okay. Well, that's just
was them M now.
All right. That's just me. Madison teamed up with fellow ex-playmate Bridget Marquardt, 48. 48.
48.
Let's start a new podcast, Girls Next Level, that premiered on Monday. The two blonde bombshells lived with Hefner in the Playboy Mansion during the early 2000s and were often in spotlight as the two of his main girlfriends.
Mm-hmm. Now there's 3 of Kendra.
That face. She's got the old horse face thing going on there.
You are insane.
I'm not insane.
You are nuts. She is hot.
No.
Hot.
So you find her face hot.
Yes.
Not her body with the big.
Her body's great, but I'm saying her face ain't running me off.
Really?
Fuck no.
The only one out of those 3 pictures that are even palatable or is the center one?
Well, it's just the way you're looking at her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all about it.
Okay. All right. So again, they lived at the Playboy Mansion. They were, squired around as Hefner's two of his chicks, his baby chicks. In the first episode of the podcast, Madison speaks out candidly about sleeping with the quote unquote the alleged notorious predator. What? Why would they say something like that?
The alleged notorious predator.
He was a predator.
Are you alleged or are you notorious?
Yeah. What a stupid thing.
One kind of counteracts the other, doesn't it?
Yeah, but again, this is Hugh Hefner, the guy who launched naked chicks into the American lexicon in the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one who put Marilyn Monroe on the first cover of Playboy.
Yeah, is Ted Bundy an alleged serial killer? Alleged notorious serial killer?
Well, none of the females were into it. Like, sorry to burst the bubble, Madison, who dated Hefner from, get this, 2001 to 2008.
Yeah. What
did you do for those fucking 7 years? 7 years you enjoyed all the benefits that came with being Hugh Hefner.
Yeah. Yeah, this is all just revisionist history, dude. Come on.
I know, but the thing is I absolutely hate these chicks for saying shit like that.
I do too.
You sat in there for 7 years
and
enjoyed all the things that came along with being on Hugh Hefner's arm, but yet, I dreaded every minute of it.
Yeah, it was the worst. It's the worst time of my life. Shut up.
Nobody stopped you from leaving. We thought of it as a chore that we had to do, or else we'll get kicked out of the house. Yeah, that's the price. You got to live in a mansion. You're just a chick who was flipping pancakes at the Perkins. You just happen to have a physical attribute that made you enough of an interest to bring you in.
Hugh's only value to you was your pussy and tits. Let's just call it the way it was. You didn't have any value to him as a companion.
Yeah, well, what is it that you bring to the table?
It doesn't matter. Hugh didn't want to bring. Hugh wasn't looking for a relationship. He was looking for some pussy.
But what I'm trying to say is what is your scary talent that kept you around aside from your, obvious looks and your, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You were a masturbation tool.
That's right.
That's it.
Yeah. That was your whole job, was to keep cum out of his balls.
Exactly.
That was it.
And you got to live a good life. You got to be squired around. You lived in a mansion. You probably were given a stipend of some kind.
And you got internationally famous.
Yeah. And you got to go to events and go to galas and go be, showcased around.
Yeah. And had their own show. Let's not forget that either. They had their own successful show based on being Hugh's bitches.
Yeah. But yet now, 5 years after the man his jaw dropped in the ground, you're gonna sit there and go, oh well, it was a chore. It was tough.
Yeah. Tough life.
No shame.
Nope.
She explained everybody just wanted to make it go by as quickly as possible.
Okay.
We held our noses while we did this.
Yeah, well, so what?
I'm
sure if you knew that, he didn't give one fuck about it.
Yeah. It's like, well, you know what? You're here for a reason. You're here to serve me. If you don't want to be here to serve me, there's the door.
Exactly it.
Oh, but I don't want to leave the mansion, Hugh. Hef. I don't want to leave the mansion, Hef.
What? You didn't earn the mansion. Hugh earned the mansion.
Yeah.
You have the same value as the cleaning lady, except you have a different chore. The cleaning lady has to come and scrub the toilets. You have to scrub his ball sack.
Yeah, right.
But it's the same. You're just another cleaning lady. You're cleaning cum out of fucking Hugh's body.
Exactly. She also claimed that the famous sexed up old man would often not move during sex.
He was fucking 75 years old or whatever.
He's like on his back, you climb on top, you bounce your as Chris described, you grind your hips into me, and
that's right. Ride that dick like a fucking wild horse. That's your job.
Yeah, you're a young, vibrant woman, and you're hooking up with an old dude.
You fucking grind on my dick every once in a while. I'm gonna grab those big ass fucking titties that I undoubtedly paid for. That's it. That's your role.
That's what you do here.
That's right.
What else do you do? Do you do accounting? Are you a tax consultant? What else is your value here?
He should have wanted me for friendship.
Really?
Shut up.
Really? Is that it?
Shut up. Your job was cum receptacle.
That's it. You're a cum dumpster. You're a cum dumpster.
That's what your job was, cum receptacle.
Right.
Nothing more.
He wouldn't move. He would be like a bump on the log in the middle of the bed. I can't explain to you guys how embarrassing that whole routine. How embarrassing.
Why was it embarrassing? The only one I saw was him.
Yeah. Who else was watching?
Yeah.
You only get embarrassed if somebody else witnesses this.
Mm-hmm. And again, this was their choice. They could have left any time.
Yeah, you stayed.
This wasn't a Jeffrey Epstein thing where they were all fucking, stuck. Could have left, and especially once they got famous, then they really could have left. Once those three got famous, any one of them could have left and gone off to do their own reality, whatever, or got paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to do this same interview that they're doing now for nothing on a fucking podcast. How much money do you think one of these bitches would have made to go to TMZ 10 years ago?
I'm sure they could have got a pretty good one-time paycheck.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, but now all of a sudden it's well, we need to talk about this now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because there's nobody to answer back. It's an easy target because he can't answer back because he's dead.
Right.
Simple. Yeah.
Especially as we got later down the road when there would be like a lot of conflict with the other girls. You knew what you signed up for.
Mm-hmm.
You're literally sitting there naked, having sex in front of a group of people who you hate, like talk shit about you while you're having sex, and you can hear it. It was like hell.
It's pretty funny, actually.
Look at her. Look at her, the way that she just rides his dick.
What a boring fuck she is.
Look at the way that she moves her hips. She doesn't even fuck right.
Is either of them alive?
Yeah.
They're both.
I wonder if her pussy is even tight. Is she gripping his dick with her pussy?
Look at those Sahara hips. Well, they sure weren't saying that about Kendra. Unless she just lost her skills after the porn video that she has out there.
Right. Marquard, who dated Hefner from 2002 until 2009, another 7 years.
Yeah, of course.
Also shared some behind the scenes details of what reportedly went on inside the mogul's private bedroom.
Okay.
Right there is the key. The private bedroom.
Yeah, the private bedroom that now we're going to talk about. Okay.
Right. I was shocked how messy it was, she revealed. We walked in and it was just a disaster in there. The lights were out, but there were two giant TV screens in there that were playing porn. That's just so much junk.
Who made you do this? Hugh Hefner was not R. Kelly. He wasn't holding you hostage, you fucking dumb cunts. Jeez, oh man. Could have walked away whenever you wanted to.
Yeah, somehow you stayed there for 7 years.
Yeah.
7 years.
Somehow it was tolerable. Somehow, as bad as it was, you still managed to get out in front of that camera and smile and say about how great it was.
Right.
So shut up.
Then you get in his room and there's vibrators all over the bed.
Okay.
How many? All over?
60, 70, apparently.
Apparently so. It just was hoarder style.
Okay.
He was hoarding vibrators?
Yeah.
Sniffing.
Well, he had at least 4 of these girls with him, so he needed more than one. That's for sure.
Hoarder style.
Would you rather him just have one and start spreading juices around?
Right. I mean, when
geez.
I think hoarders, I think stacks.
Yeah.
You know, so and they were all over the bed.
All over.
How many are we talking here?
60, 70, easy.
At least that would be hoarder style to me. I bet you 3, 5.
Probably.
Yeah.
One for each of these BIMs.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine thinking you're this big player and you're bringing all these girls home and your room looks like shit. Madison chimed in. It's like the weird eccentric millionaire version of this guy with mattress on the floor and a Pulp Fiction poster.
That's what he was. That's exactly what Hugh was. He was an eccentric guy. Is that not exactly describing what he actually was?
Yeah, he wore a bathrobe every day, all day.
Yeah. He was an eccentric guy that just wore a bathrobe and fucked 20-year-olds when he was 70.
Yeah.
Man.
Right. The reality TV star also recounted her upsetting experience of being pressured into an orgy with Hefner and other playmates.
Sweet. That's terrible. Oh.
She was so pressured.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I would have a chance to see what was going on, see if I was comfortable with it. She said, I just remembered feeling so gross and so used. But yet she stayed 7 years.
Yeah. Not gross enough to leave.
No.
Just feeling gross. All right, whatever.
Right. I felt like this girl was being so nice to me and so welcoming, but really I was just another piece of meat for her to throw under him so he looks better.
All right.
Yeah, but yeah, you had no problem dolling up and being in front of the cameras and being on Hef's arm whenever he, walked you around in front of the cameras and the red carpets and the events that you attended, right?
Yeah, no problem at all.
Nope. Allegations of traumatizing horrors that went on behind the gates and closed bedroom doors of the Playboy Mansion during the height of its popularity have been exposed since the January debut of the 10-part A&E documentary, The Secret Life of a Playboy.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is this where we feel bad for these girls?
But yet she stayed.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah. I have no sympathy for any of them.
I mean, you should be ashamed of yourself even talking about this.
Yeah.
Because you stayed around for years.
Mm-hmm.
Years. Not a one-night time that you just showed up there and things went awry and you went, oh man, I'm horrified. I'm the fucking out of here.
Yeah,
no.
Not even like 2 or 3 months that you would just hang out just so that you could get, your photo shoot or whatever you wanted to get out of it. You stayed for a fucking decade almost. That's a long time.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's just whatever.
Yeah, go away.
But anyway, Jenny McCarthy, she kind of like steps up and kind of like defends defends Hef and the Playboy environment.
Okay.
And was just kind of like put out with all of this.
Okay.
Jenny McCarthy has revealed another side to the Playboy founder Hugh Hefner's amid repeated accusations of abuse from his former girlfriends, comparing her time spent at the mansion to a Catholic school while insisting she never witnessed any orgies or big parties.
Okay.
So she's basically calling these chicks out as you fucking liars.
Mm-hmm.
Many women who have previously dated and worked with the magazine editor detailed shocking encounters with him and made numerous explosive accusations about him as part of the new A&E docuseries called Secrets of Playboy earlier this year. Throughout the 10-part show, which premiered in January, the women claimed they witnessed Hefner performing bestiality.
Oh, yeah?
Did he
On
have
who?
Did he have a donkey show or something?
Yeah, I mean, what was he fucking? A dog?
Having sex with minors and even raping women during their time in the cult-like Playboy.
All right.
See, again,
I'm
this is Ron Jeremy all over again. It's just like,
yeah.
he was a porn star with a big
Yeah.
cock and he grabbed my ass.
I'm not going to say that it couldn't have happened, but why would it happen? There were literally, at any given point at the mansion, 50 girls that would gladly fuck you. So why would he rape any of them?
And again, what is the definition of rape?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know in this circumstance. I mean, these broads are saying that, well, they willingly fucked him.
Yeah, and they enjoyed it for, like you said, almost a decade.
Yeah. They had a decade of dealing with his bump on a log dick. But they stayed.
Yeah.
So, again, why would he be raping other chicks? Again, not saying it couldn't happen, just saying that's a suspicious claim to me.
I agree. Now, former Playboy bunny McCarthy's 49 has spoken out about her own experiences, and according to the actress and model, she never witnessed anything bad in the house.
Okay.
McCarthy, who first modeled for Playboy in 1993. Can you find a picture of her in 93?
Let's see. She's probably looked like all these other girls.
Yeah, she was a blonde chick. You know, she kind of had a pretty good sense of humor. She was on like MTV and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and she ended up marrying like Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like an attractive girl who had no problem burping out loud. I think that was like one of her
Yeah.
stats, you know.
She was like a guy chick kind of.
Yeah, she was, she was just whatever. McCartney, who first modeled for Playboy in 1993 and moved into the mansion soon after and has posed for the magazine, many times since recalled the house being run like a strict dormitory. We weren't even allowed near Hef or around the house. It was almost like a Catholic school, to be honest, she said. She explained that when she lived in the mansion, Hefner was married to playmate Kimberly Conrad, which was his main focus. Yeah, look at her.
Mm-hmm. Looks like all them other ones.
Yeah, blonde chick.
Yep.
I'm so grateful that when I was there, Hef was married, she said. I think I went in there in a window of time that was kind of safe. There were no orgies or big parties going on, but hearing some of these girls' stories was really rough. Hearing their stories, my heart broke for a lot of these women. Yeah, but yet they stayed around.
Yeah. Every one of them saw the money and just didn't care.
Right. In the doc, Holly Madison, who dated Hefner in the early 2000s, claimed that he isolated her from the outside world and explaining that she and the other girls were only allowed to leave the Los Angeles pad for special reasons and were told to invite friends over.
So they were hostages now.
Yeah.
All right, whatever.
We were all kind of gaslit and expected to think of Hef as like this really good guy, you started to feel like, oh, he's not what they say he is in the media, she said in the show. Another one of his exes, Sandra Theodore, are you familiar with her?
I don't know her.
Said that she once walked in on the Playboy CEO engaging in sex acts with their dog.
Wow. She looks just like all the rest.
I walked in once and he was to my dog or to our dog, she exclaimed. I was like, what are you doing? He says, well, dogs have needs. And I said, stop that.
Dogs have needs.
Dogs have needs.
Wow. Boy. I'll put this picture up of this Sandra Theodore.
Thus the term horn dog, I guess.
I guess so. I'm going to say this. Sandra Theodore did not age very well.
All right.
Oh boy.
So Hef was banging a dog when he had all these hot blondies around.
Well, they have needs, Neely.
He was just servicing the dog because the dog. Ooh. Was that Jane Lynch?
Looks like a burn victim.
Ah, look at her hands.
Yeah. Jesus. Let me stir my cauldron.
Exactly. Yikes. She looks like Jane Lynch's mother or something.
Yeah, how old is this girl? Jeez, oh man. Let me see. How old is this Sandra Theodore? Google.
Yikes. Theodore has also accused Hefner of forcing her to be with a drug mule, claiming that the late mogul made her go on quote unquote countless trips to go buy cocaine.
Okay. She's 65, by the way.
All right. She said that buying the illicit drugs for him became so common that it felt like he was sending her out to pick up some milk. Yeah, well, that's kind of like what the rich people do. Is just that's why it's not a big deal, because it's sort of like a day in, day out thing that they do.
No. I'm not saying that it's right. I'm just saying that you know this going in.
This is the world that you live in.
Yeah, it's a world you chose to live in. You know, you chose to be. They chose to be a piece of ass.
Yeah, that's it. She explained that she met Hefner when she was only 19 and he was 50, and that throughout their 5-year relationship, again, 5 years, he continually slept with other women. See, he slept with other women, but I stayed there for 5 years.
I can't believe it. Hugh Hefner had sex with more than just his wife or his girlfriend? That can't be true.
See, again, the minute just normal, whatever normal women are, the minute you cheat on them and bang out another chick, they're out the door.
Yeah.
But money and glitz and glamour, fame and all this other shit that goes along with it, you're willing to accept the things that most regular chicks would never put up with.
All right, sloppy kisses. Those hands wouldn't break lobster claws. Come on.
Lobster claws.
Jesus.
But again, it's the whole, well, if I, you know, break it off, I don't get to live in the mansion anymore.
Yeah.
And I don't get the fame and the prestige and the wealth and all the things that go along with my participation here. So I guess I'll just put up with it.
Yeah. You lose the privilege.
Yeah.
He's giving you privileges that regular girls don't get.
Right.
But you have to earn them, just like any other gig.
But you enjoyed it. You enjoyed those privileges, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Had no problem with the money and the exposure and the opportunities and the things you got to do and places you got to go and all those things.
Yeah, I'm sure none of these girls were struggling to scrape up money to go get a McDonald's hamburger.
Right.
Sure, they were eating all first class. Everything was catered. Everything, anytime they went anywhere, is in a private jet. Everything was taken care of. But now he's the goddamn devil.
Right. Of course he is.
Oh, what was that?
That was me.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, Skeletor here didn't like him either, apparently.
So, yeah. So, these women enjoyed all of the things that came along with being involved with Hef, but now they're complaining about it.
They are bitches.
Yep. So, anyway, see what else we got here.
And it's convenient that they do it once he's dead, so he can't fight back. That's nice.
Thanks for checking out this episode of The Classic Metal Show. Get all of our episodes uncensored at www.theclassicmetalshow.com. Join us weekly from 9 p.m. till 3 a.m. Eastern at www.cmsradio.net. Participate in the live chat room at www.chatandkill.com. Once again, thank you for checking out The Classic Metal Show with Neeley and Chris. Hail and kill, fuck you, pal, and hand job.